Well, tribe, what is going on? What is going on? I was minding my business. People been doing stuff all day today. I was minding my business. I was upstairs trying to get some stuff done, and the group's chat start blowing up. And baby, they said Diddy, 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 Diddy. So let's talk about Diddy, 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 Diddy. Yeah. I titled this live Diddy is done. I may change it later, but let's talk about Diddy being done. Let's get into it. So first we're gonna read People Magazine reporting on what has happened. I know TMZ was the first place I saw it, but we're gonna read this good People Magazine article. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about what I think is going on based on, what we know has been happening over the last couple of weeks with Diddy, right? This actually started in what? October, November, when the Cassie lawsuit dropped, and it just ain't been good for Diddy since, right? Hey, everybody coming in. Please, if you have not done so already, hit that like button. Take a seat down front. We got plenty of space. Come on in. And thank you again. Child, if they start talking about something, he was getting ready to buy BET. I ain't fooling with them. Hey, Candace, how you doing, my love? All right, let me pull up this article. Thank you, Xavier. November the 15th, Xavier said the exact date was November the 15th. Thank you, boo. Excuse me. Let's read through it, honey. Baby, they raided all three of this man's houses simultaneously. It was coordinated. Okay? Coordinated. Let's read it, you guys. It says here we go. Come on. Okay. Sean Diddy Combs' home raided by federal law enforcement amid trafficking lawsuits. Okay. Now this was last updated at 5:45, so Eastern Standard Time. So that's about an hour ago. The rapper's three properties. I'm mad they just reduced him. Now listen. Now we're gonna give Diddy a lot, but one thing we ain't gonna do is just reduce him to a rapper. Okay. He's now come on, people. Because out of all the things Diddy is known for, that's probably what he's the least talented in. But anyway, moving on. Three properties, Los Angeles, New York City, and Miami, have all been raided. Homeland Security investigations confirmed to People. Sean Diddy Combs' three properties have been raided by federal agents. Earlier today, Homeland Security investigation, New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from Homeland Investigations Los Angeles and Homeland Investigations Miami, and our local law enforcement partners as well. We will provide further information as it becomes available, a Homeland Security investigation representative said in a statement to People. These actions come amid trafficking allegations in two separate lawsuits. On Monday afternoon, TMZ reported that federal cops arrived at the rapper's LA home with helicopters above the property. Diddy's sons, Justin Combs, 30, and Christian King Combs, 25, were seen being taken out in handcuffs outside of the Beverly Hills home. Representatives for Combs and the LAPD did not immediately respond to People's request for comment on Monday. We will always support law enforcement when it seeks to prosecute those that have violated the law. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a process that will hold Mr. Combs responsible for his depraved conduct. That comes from Douglas Wigdor, the attorney for Cassie Ventura and Jane Doe, who each previously filed lawsuits against Diddy. In the past several months, 5 people have accused Combs of assaults and similar allegations. Again, we ain't about to go through all these. We know all the different lawsuits. Most recently was Rodney Lil Rod James, a former producer and videographer for Combs, filed a lawsuit in New York federal court alleging that for more than a year, Combs harassed, drugged, and threatened him. He is seeking a $30 million. December 2023, Jane Doe was the fourth person to accuse Combs of assault, also accusing him of trafficking and gang, RAPE, as well. November, we know Cassie, we know that. And the third woman, Joy Dickerson Neal, also filed a lawsuit as well. Hold on. Okay, Combs issued a blanket denial of all allegations against him in a statement to people in December. This is what he said. Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy, he said. The mogul added, sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. Alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Now, what is being floated around Twitter as we speak right now is that Diddy got on his private jet first thing this morning and took a flight, destination unknown. Now, somebody know, because you got to file a flight thing. When you fly out, even if you're on a private jet, you got to tell the people where you're going. So somebody know where that jet went. But why? I got a question. Not he in Bali. Hey, King Whitney. Hey, boo. I got a question. Let's just assume for a minute, because that's Twitter. That don't mean it's true. But let's just assume for a minute that that's what had happened. That, Diddy got on a flight this morning to destination unknown. He's somewhere. Because the fact that he's not in any of his three homes is very interesting to me. But I got a question, Diddy. You ain't tell your kids? You ain't tell them to pack a bag? You ain't take them with you? You ain't tell them they might want to go somewhere else? You just let them sit in the house. They probably sitting in their drawers, playing some Grand Theft Auto or something. Like, what? Now, if you guys remember correctly, that last, the manifest, thank you. That was what I was looking for. The manifest. That last lawsuit, if you guys remember correctly, I told you guys, and that don't mean that everything I say is right, because y'all know I don't know everything. But I told you guys that last lawsuit was going to hit different. And here's why that last lawsuit is going to hit different. Because it's newer. I don't know nothing about Lil Rod. I don't know if Lil Rod, I ain't saying that everything Lil Rod is putting out, I ain't saying it's all true. We know that he put out that videotape that was supposed to be Stevie J, and it wasn't. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not saying that everything in Lil Rod lawsuit is legit, because I don't know. But what I do know is Lil Rod stuff is very recent, whereas those other lawsuits were years and years and years ago. And that doesn't mean that it's not true, it's not valid, and it's not important. That's not what I'm saying. But you guys understand what I mean, right? Why wouldn't the airports be on notice that he could be a flight risk and allowed to fly? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Good question. I don't know. David Clay says his phones are probably tapped at this point if the feds are involved. I don't want to fix it too much, though. I don't want to fix him too much, though. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. You know I had to join you. Oh, hey, boo. Hey, boo. Because he was under no court order that said he couldn't fly. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could think of is that they didn't want to, if it sounds like this was a very coordinated effort, You know what I'm saying? Oh, give him too much. Got you, got you. You know, it sounds like it was a coordinated effort. So the fact that it was a coordinated effort, I feel like they didn't want to maybe put too much out there. I mean, you know, to put somebody in, it's you know, to put somebody on a no-fly list. I mean, you know, which is essentially what you're saying, to put him on some sort of a no-fly list. That's a lot. That's a lot. Now let's go over this last lawsuit. I just want to read you guys the language of this last lawsuit. We're not gonna read through the whole thing. I'm just gonna read through a little bit of it so you guys understand what I'm talking about, right? And then I may have a few minutes to drop the link. I don't have it long because you know I gotta get ready for the panel, but I may have a few minutes to drop the link. But I just want to share with you guys, and once again, shout out to Tracy, because y'all know Tracy, my showrunner, producer, shared this information with us back. We went back over this lawsuit when it first happened. But I'm just gonna oh, I'm sure he got a tip. Somebody told him to get the heck out of there. I'm just mad he didn't tell his kids. Why you just let them sit there? Just let them sit there. That's sad. Okay. So we're just going to go over a little bit of the summary of events. Again, you know, this lawsuit, I think this was like a 30-page lawsuit. We not 73 pages. Yeah, we're not going to do that. But I do want to just read you guys just a little bit so you understand what I mean when I say this lawsuit. I'm not saying they weren't investigating him before that, but I feel like this might be the one that pushed it over the edge because, again, this information is so new, right? From September of 2022 to November of 2023. So this is stuff that would probably fall under the statute of limitations, right? Mr. Jones produced 9 songs of Mr. Combs' Love album. Jones lived with Combs for months at a time, spending holidays, birthdays, and missing major family events. Mr. Jones resided at Mr. Combs' residence located in Los Angeles, California, New York, and Miami. Weren't those the 3 homes that they raided today? I mean, I don't know. Diddy, those might be the only 3 homes that Diddy has, but we know for a fact that those are the 3 homes that they raided today. Mr. Jones also spent several weeks on a yacht rented by Mr. Combs in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Throughout this time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer. The claims raised in this complaint have been corroborated through witness statements. That's important. Witness statements, which means that other people confirmed what Mr. Jones is saying. Video and audio recordings. Now, again, we know that one of those video recordings turned out to not be a smoking gun, but this man said he had hundreds of recordings. And images that Mr. Jones has in his possession. Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly. On several occasions, Mr. Combs took Mr. Jones' cell phone and began recording himself. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious illegal activity. Mr. Jones has secured irrefutable evidence of the acquisition, use, and distribution of ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms. The displaying and distribution of unregistered illegal firearms. Mr. Combs providing laced alcoholic beverages to minors and sex workers at his homes in California, New York, and the Virgin Islands and Florida. Mr. Combs' chief of staff, Christina Coram, instructing her staff to retrieve drugs so she can provide it to Mr. Combs for his consumption. Christian Combs drugging and sexually assaulting a woman. Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship with the Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact on his public image after Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. Young Miami's cousin and or assistant assaulting Mr. Jones. Actor Cuba Gooding Jr. harassing and assaulting Mr. Jones. Rapper, now they redacted the name, but Lord, they basically told us who it was. And Mr. Combs on the yacht consorting with underage girls and SEX workers. A R&B singer in Mr. Combs' Los Angeles home consorting with underage girls and workers. Now those are the accusations that were in that last lawsuit. Those were the accusations that were in that last lawsuit. Okay. This still timeline doesn't make sense. What timeline doesn't make sense? What timeline doesn't? Tell me what it does. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link. Like I said, I have about 30 minutes. I'm gonna drop the link. Well, they never said the rapper's name, but in the footnotes they basically said it was Meek Mill. What they said, a Philadelphia rapper that used to date Nicki Minaj. Now it will be interesting, because the U.S. Virgin Islands, of course, is U.S. territory, so they can go down to the Virgin Islands. And like I said, they said that right, they alleged that Meek Mill was the rapper, and they alleged that Usher is the R&B artist, because they said they ain't say his name, but they say he just performed at the Super Bowl. Well, the Love album came out in September of 2023. So why was he working on it until November 23? He was still working for Diddy until November of 2023. Maybe they say he's a videographer. Maybe they were working on visuals. Maybe they were doing videos. Maybe they were remastering. I mean, it could have been any number of things that they were still doing. I mean, I don't think that throws off the timeline. It's a 2-month window. You know what I mean? Like the album, you said that the album came out in September 23. So why was he working until November? I mean, that's a 2-month window. I don't think that is a major dent in the timeline. Because he clearly was around in November, because how would he know the conversation that Diddy was talking about as it relates to Cassie and the lawsuit? So he clearly was around in November, you know. Have I heard the soundbite from Diddy, Love, and Meek Mill? I haven't heard the soundbite. Lord, maybe he went to France like Roman Polanski. Oh, sham. Oh, if he's in the Virgin Islands, he is ghost. Not so much. I mean, that's still U.S. territory. So, I mean, it's not like it's U.S. territory. So they can send the troops in. They can send Homeland Security. They can do all of those things. I mean, it's an island. It ain't that big. They can find him, and it's not. I mean, it's U.S. territory. So it's not like he went to another country. One thing for certain, two things for sure. When the feds come a knocking, you are done. Listen, and it came out of New York. Y'all know New York don't play, right? Y'all know, listen, we can say a lot of things about New York, but when New York swings, they very rarely miss. When New York swings, they very rarely miss. You said it's easy to get out. Well, yeah, but you said if it's easy to get out of the Virgin. Listen, let me say this. If I were Diddy, and I knew I was guilty, I wouldn't know. It's only a matter of time. Like, I tried to settle the Cassie case really quickly, hoping that nobody would catch on, right? That didn't happen. Okay, that didn't happen. If I were Diddy, baby, I'd have started my exit plan in December. Like when we had our holiday get together, it would have been, we'd have had to have a secret family meeting down in the basement with the kids and my mama, okay? And I would have had to tell them where the money was hidden. I would have started moving money around. I would have started making some cash withdrawals and putting and stashing cash. Baby, please know the exit plan. Please know the exit plan would have been full effect. In full effect. Do you know how many trips I would have made between now last December and now to multiple places throughout the world? So they wouldn't be like, oh, well, she went to Rome 10 times. Let's start there. Mm-mm. 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 Do you know how many? I mean, I ain't trying to sound like, I'm a criminal mind or nothing. But if I was a billionaire, baby, I wouldn't have no more money in the United States. Baby, I wouldn't be able to go to a bank in the United States and take out more than a couple of $100s. Do you understand me? And I understand that he probably is not a liquid billionaire. I understand that it's probably on paper. But whatever liquid I had, it wouldn't be here no more. But it sound like but what it sounded like was whatever code that he came up with for the kids, they must not have been listening. They had the music too loud. They didn't get the SOS on their phone. They didn't get the 911. Because if he had time to get to the airport this morning, he had time to text them and say, code orange. Code orange. And they should have known. Boom, code orange means bada, bada, bada. Pick up your go bag and let's go. You understand what I'm saying? The twins were probably at school. But you should know what code orange is. You should get that code orange and then, baby, I don't give a damn. If he had enough time, right, code 10. If he had enough time to get his happy ass to the airport and get on a private jet, he had enough time to get them kids out their house. I'm just saying. I guess he said F these kids. I don't know. And I'm not laughing because the kids, especially the twins, what they gonna do. But the rest of them are old, and allegedly Justin was a part of the conspiracy. So I don't know. But I'm really confusion. I am so confusion. Because if he got tipped off, wasn't nobody supposed to be in that house but the maid. It was, remember in the documentary when they finally got to Epstein's house was empty. He was gone. Somebody had tipped him off and it wasn't nobody there. Computers was gone. Any electronics was gone. Remember when they got to Epstein's house, wasn't nobody there but the landscaper. Remember that? Landscaper was there. That's how it was supposed to be. Wasn't nobody supposed to be at Diddy's house? The maid, the pool boy. Now they said Quincy wasn't there. Okay, Vintage 1970 said the twins will probably end up living with Quincy. I guess. Right, they have ripped the cameras out the wall. Listen, Epstein understood the assignment. And I'm not even saying that to be funny because he was a disgusting human being. And whoever tipped him off need to be in hell. Okay, so I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm saying he got tipped off and he had a plan. He executed the exit plan. Diddy, what the F? What's up, auntie? Yeah, Russell Simmons did get served in Bali. Yep, he sure did. So for all these people that said he's in Bali to avoid he just got served. Diddy sure did. Diddy said after. Oh, I'm sure. Let me see now, Melly. I'm sure there's no evidence in that house. If there is some evidence in that house, then Diddy, you are an idiot. Okay, there should be. I missed a super chat. Oh my love. Wait a minute. Thank you for letting me know, Cindy, because I didn't see it. I'm sorry, boo. Thank you, Auntie. Like I said, you are the hardest working YouTuber. Thank you, Auntie. That's my boo thing. Me and Auntie need to catch up for lunch one day soon, honey. We need to catch up. Thank you so much. And thank you, Cindy, because I didn't see it. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, hit the button. Yeah, I mean, between those three houses, that studio should be clean. And when I say clean, I mean literally like sanitized clean. And I mean no files on the hard drive, no pictures, no audio, no video. Like, if it ain't a song, it need to go. I don't care. I don't care. If it ain't a song, it need to go. And that's in all three houses. All three houses. And where is Carisha? Do anybody know where Carisha is? They're still searching the houses, but there was some big ass houses. They've been there all day. But doesn't Justin count as evidence? If he was going to take any kid, he should have taken him. He don't count as evidence. He counts as a potential co-conspirator. That's what he is. That's not evidence. She been online tweeting. Well, what's she saying? Free my baby daddy. What's she saying? Oh, Lauren said Quincy has distanced himself from Diddy. Plus, he was very low-key and doesn't fully trust Diddy. Ooh. Well, what Carisha say? Hold on. Somebody send it to me. I don't follow these people down to the Twitter. Xavier, I know you follow her. Send it to me. She talking about Santana ruined her head. What? She joking and having a good time, or she pretending like it ain't bothering her? Oh, okay. Well, I hope that worked for you. We told Cassie to get out. I mean, we told Carisha to get out a long time ago. She stayed too long. They might have some stuff with her. Let me tell you something. Carisha, all that being online playing like you don't know what's going on and like it ain't bothering you, you need to be talking to an attorney, because I promise you, you on the list. And when I say on the list, I mean you are on the list of potential witnesses or potential co-conspirators. They done already put your cousin is in it. Your cousin is in it. So I hope you've already talked to an attorney, and I mean an attorney that you paid for with your money, not an attorney that Diddy referred to you. I hope you got an attorney with your money, and I hope you would already talk to that man or woman. You can sit over there on the internet and play like it ain't bothering if you want to. This is serious. This not no play. They got Homeland Security and the feds. They coordinating raids at 3 different locations. Baby, this is not no game. This is not a game. This is not no game. You sent me her last tweets. Okay, let me see what this lady said. Thank you. Thank you, boo. Tracy sent them to me too, Lord. Okay, thank y'all. Somebody said, where Carisha at? She said, right here. What's up? You got money asking me where mine's. Child. Not this fitting to be a fun summer. Y'all, she literally tweeted this is going to be a fun summer. Girl, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere. Why somebody said, when she said it's finna be a fun song, why somebody responded, I don't know if you saw it, but you might want to check the news, love. you might want to turn on the news, man. Talking about this about to be a fun summer. Not for you. Not for you, it's not. Child. All right, I'm gonna drop the link one more time. If you know, y'all know if we get updates, we'll bring them to y'all. As of right now, let me double check. Let me check TMZ and see if there's any updates. But as of right now, the last update, somebody said they still searching Diddy's house. Hold on. The last update on TMZ is at 2:52 Pacific time, so that is 5:52 our time. Right? Yeah, I did the math right. They got pictures. Man, they got so many police officers out front of Diddy's house. They said they had the helicopter overhead. I see you backstage. Hold on a second. Let me put my banner up, child. You can't be too sure. You can't be too sure. Let me put my banner up. Star.
Hey, Really, how you doing?
Hey, girl.
Hey, so I just wanted to come up and say before they start dragging me in the comments, what I mean by extending Carisha a little bit of grace is there were plenty of other women that were privy to Diddy's behavior before Carisha. I believe that yes, this current situation, this current lawsuit, yes, she is well aware. But what Diddy was doing in the 90s, the early 2000s, Carisha wasn't even around. And people have been calling her essentially the lady who was involved with Easting. And I don't think that's cool to have that on her name. Now, did she, of course, they did what they did in the bedroom, but do I think she wasn't around for all the other stuff? So it's impossible to hold her to that, was what I was saying.
I hear you. I hear you. And I agree to a certain extent. To a certain extent.
Mhm.
But let me ask you this. Even if nothing has come out, let's say Diddy has treated her like a queen. Let's say none of this is her experience, right? That
Right.
let's just say that Diddy has put her on a pedestal, right? I don't know. But if you were dating somebody and his ex-girlfriend told you these things, and then another ex-girlfriend told you these things, and then another ex-girlfriend told you these things, and then a dude that you saw him working with told you some things, that would make you kind of be like,
Oh yeah, me for sure. But if we being honest, because I know a lot of women do not like to live in truth. There are a lot of women who ignore all of that and they be like, oh, she crazy. She just trying to get me to believe da 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 so I can leave him alone. She hating blah blah blah. How many times do we hear those stories? So I feel like, yeah, that could be true. It could be people in the industry that told her and whispered in her ear, right? But do we know that? Has anybody come out and said, I personally, I'm just gonna give an example. MJB, y'all know that. What if she told her one day at one of the parties, "Yeah, girl, stay away from him." Da 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 da. We don't know if that took place. As far as we know, Carisha just know what's been in the news, just like us. Got to remember, Carisha, what, 29?
and to be fair, you're right. We don't know any. Listen, people made assumptions after Cassie said what she said about the white fingernail polish, but let's be clear.
Right.
Women been wearing the white fingernail polish. I've had white fingernail polish before, and my toes was white. That don't mean I was out
It
here
was a
hanging out with
thing.
Diddy. So
Right.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I am going to say, in my opinion, for me, and this is just my opinion. I don't know nothing to be true. In
Hmm.
my opinion, I don't believe that a leopard changes its spots, and I believe that Carisha got a story to tell. Now, whether she ever tells it or not, I don't know. Whether her story looks the same as Cassie's, maybe not. She ain't been there as long as Cassie was around.
Hmm.
But I believe she got a story to tell. That's what I think.
I think so too. Slightly, I agree with you, but we got to keep in mind, Carisha was Carisha before she started dealing with Diddy. I feel like Cassie, her way in was kind of through Diddy, if you will.
Mhm.
Do that make sense? Like when she was coming up and getting hot, that was under him. Like her involvement with him. Whereas Carisha was a city girl before that whole thing even became a thing. So, do I believe she has a story? Yeah, but people be different with everybody. So
That's
you
true.
just never really know. But I was just coming up to say to put that on her, like, everything that he's done in his entirety. Nah, I don't think that's cool. And people been calling her all type of stuff like, where's J Lo? Nobody has been putting smut on her name. Where is all the other baby mamas? Where is all, even MJB? Come on, she been around forever. Kim, and I love me some Kim, but ain't nobody putting none of this on none of them. I haven't heard no news outlet say like, where is they at? What do they know? And we know for sure that they have been around him for a very long time.
That's valid. Oh, those are all valid points. And I think that I believe that all of those women have stories to tell. Now, whether they'll ever tell them, that's another conversation. But I believe they all. I believe they all have stories to tell. She means Kim. She means Lil Kim, Cindy, not the girlfriend. Not
Kim no. Yeah. I just think I don't know. I just think Carisha gets the bad end of the stick because of how she is. You know what I mean? Like, she wild, she more vocal, she more open. So of course she gonna get all of that. But I mean, it's plenty of other women who is around.
But I think she gets this. I think she's getting a lot of it is because she's the one that's there now. She's the one that's currently there now. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But again,
I mean, it seems like she separated herself though. Like when everything came out, the only thing I can remember seeing is when him and them kids wore them pajamas on Christmas. But for the most part, I haven't seen or heard anything about her being around him, and that was in December. So
it'll be interesting to hear if anybody else from the past talks. Like, I'm just telling you, I want to hear Farnsworth Bentley's story. That is who I want to hear.
Me too.
That is who I want to hear. But he may never tell his story. They said Misa. Yeah, Misa, I'm sure has a story to tell. Yeah, I'm sure there's listen, where there's smoke, there's fire. You know, where there's smoke, there's fire. That's how I feel about it.
And then some people just gonna be quiet. Like, we see that a lot. Like, some people just gonna be quiet because they name Bennett and they ain't in it. That's just how a lot of people roll. Like, we just gotta keep it real, because it's too many people around him that I feel like, in my opinion, has not been brought up, and we see them with him all the time. So,
well, we'll definitely see if other people's names. I mean, right now, just because people's names are in the lawsuit, don't mean that there really is. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, we got an update from TMZ. Hold on, we got an update from TMZ. Now, this just posted at 4:22, which is 7:22 our time. Diddy's homes were raided by the U.S. to kick off the week, but the guy's own private jet is miles away in a completely different nation, although it's unclear if he is on board. TMZ has tracked Diddy's personal Love Air LLC jet, the well-known black Gulfstream 5 that Diddy has flaunted and flown for years now, and it looks like the aircraft is currently on the ground in Antigua, which is down in the Caribbean. Based on the flight activity viewed by TMZ, TMZ know they be on their shit. Diddy's jet has been up and down California between Sunday and Monday, picking up the cash that he's been stashing for the last 3 months. Taking off from Sacramento Executive Airport Sunday evening around 5:30, landing in Palm Springs International Airport about an hour later. An hour after that, around 7:30 p.m., Diddy's jet took off from Palm Springs yet again and landed at Van Nuys Airport, which is in the LA area. About 30 minutes later, around 8 p.m., around 9 p.m. Monday, the jet took off from Van Nuys and landed at some point in Antigua, baby. The plane is currently grounded there, although the flight data has yet to update and register as him having officially landed. In any case, it's definitely Diddy's jet, no question. The only thing that remains unanswered is whether Diddy is on the plane. We don't have any evidence that he is at this point, but we also don't know what's happening on the scene. Baby.
Who else could be on there?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be Diddy. I mean, maybe he's
that's true.
But where the hell is Diddy?
Right.
right. He's a runner, he's a track star.
It's sad, like you say, it's not it's just sad. It's sad all the way around. And for them, the 2 youngest kids. Well, the three.
I feel bad for the baby and then the twins because they're still in high
Yeah,
school. It's a lot.
it's
Really,
a
do you
lot.
remember last week when it was leaked that Diddy settled with Lil Rod and it was made by Air? I think that was his tip off. Okay.
Mm.
He definitely. Well, if okay, let's just assume he was on the plane and he is in Antigua. He was clearly tipped off. It's too coincidental. It's
Too
too coincidental
coincidental.
for me. For me, I mean, in my opinion, let me rewind. In my opinion, he was tipped off because it's too coincidental for me. Now I know he rich and he takes vacations at a whim. I understand that rich people wake up and say, you know what, I just want to go be by the beach, get my jet filled up, and I'm going. I'm going to Antigua for a couple of days. I understand that that's how rich people roll, but to me, it's just too coincidental. And I
But why
think
not tell
somebody
them
tipped him
boys?
off. Mm-hmm.
But why not tell his kids then?
Child, he said, F them kids, Star. I told you that.
Yeah, now see, one thing I think, in my opinion, if it come down to it, Diddy choosing him over them kids.
Y'all remember, you might be too young for this, Star. My older people in the chat, y'all remember New Jack City? When they came out at the wedding and the rival gang
Oh
came
yeah.
by and shot him up and Nino Brown put that little girl in front of him? Y'all remember
Hmm.
that? That's
I
Diddy.
remember.
That's Diddy.
Yeah, I can't foresee Diddy going down by itself at all.
Diddy
He
gonna be like Nino Brown on the stand at the end of the movie. If I'm
hmm
going down, we all going down.
Yep. Matter
What
of
do you
fact, he's
think
gonna
Diddy
be
is? Let me tell y'all something. How far y'all think Diddy gonna go to not go to jail? Well, child, please.
oh please. He gonna be singing like Denzel was in what's the movie at the end? When he was talking to the
Training
officers and he
Day.
gave up, yeah, when he gave up the whole dang New York Police Department, he giving everybody up.
Right. He said, if I'm going down, oh, we all going down. Okay.
Yeah. I can't foresee him
Shoot.
not going out like that, but it's sad. That's all I wanted to just come and clear up, because baby,
No,
your comment
I know
section,
they
they
be
be
giving you.
dragging.
I know they be giving you a hard time, Star. Y'all leave my Star alone. That's my boo now.
I just be trying to give a different perspective. I'm
That's
pretty
right.
sure
She be
somebody
giving us
had
a
a
different way of
thing.
looking at things. That's right. That's a different way of
I,
looking at things. Y'all leave my boo alone.
thank you. Have a good rest of your evening.
You too, boo. Don't forget we'll be at 8:15 ish. We'll be whether you like it or not panel. We got a lot to talk about with this whole Potomac situation, honey.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me eat something. I see you
All
then.
right, girl. Because I'm
Okay.
about to get off here in a few minutes myself. All right, y'all. Um, not not Lauren having flashbacks from New Jack City. Lauren talking about some using the baby as a shield. I hate you, Nino. Cancel that B. I'll buy another one. You know what? How you having flashbacks from a movie that's 30 years old, Lauren? It's okay. It's okay. I do too. I understand Star's perspective. I understand the point she's making. I do. I absolutely do. All right, you guys. We'll be back. It's on my channel, Powerful. So we'll be right here at 8:15 ish. Okay, we'll be right here at 8:15 ish. I'm about to get off now. I'm about to get these. Although I don't even think we need no tweets of the week, because hell, by the time we get done talking about the news this week, I don't know if we need no tweets. We're gonna have to go right into this episode, but I'm gonna try to pull some tweets of the week. But for the most part, y'all know we got a lot to talk about, honey. So I'll meet me back here in about 45 minutes, you guys, and we're gonna be on time ish. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you, David, Kia, and Auntie's advice. Dang, I missed another super chat. I like Carisha, but that comment about Diddy making the ex get on her knees had me like, Carisha, no. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kia. I missed it. The chat must have been moving really fast. I'm so sorry. It normally doesn't move that fast. I'm so sorry. All right. Thank you. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.